Welcome to a brand new video. On popular demand, I decided to do a video tutorial on BullX NEO. So what is this video and what it is not? It is a video tutorial of the settings and how to navigate the interface of BullX NEO. If you're a beginner or maybe even if you're coming from BullX legacy version and you're wondering what's new about it, then this video is for you. If you're looking for the next 100, 1000x gem, I'm not going to give you in this video. It's merely for tutorial and guide purposes to actually guide you on BullX and help you start making money sooner than later. I just made this video on how I became a crypto millionaire this year, so maybe you want to check that out next. But for now, let's go straight to the video. Okay, so BullX NEO, you're probably already aware of what it is. It's a trading bot and decentralized exchange that allows you to trade meme coins as of right now on the time I'm shooting, only on Solana and Tron, but eventually even Ethereum based, they're all going to be supported. If you're looking to get access to those chains instead, then you can still use the legacy version bullx.io/Cepryl, gives you instant access to that. If you're looking to access to NEO that I'm showing you in this video, it's gonna be the first link down in the description and also in the comments down below. First of all, how do you get started? So you're gonna get access with the link that I provided. You get instant access with that, otherwise you cannot get access because you need an access code, you need a link for somebody to refer you. So here I got you. And then after that, you're gonna have some wallets that are gonna be your deposit wallets, your hot wallets of BullX. And the first thing that you gotta do is back up the private keys of those wallets. I'm obviously not gonna show you my private keys because you should never share them with anyone ever. And also you can do it only once. So the first login that you do, make sure to back up your private keys because there's not going to be another opportunity to back up those wallets. So it's pivotal that you do so. After you've done it, then you can get started. You can just send Solana to your Solana address. You're going to just have a Solana address like you could have on your Phantom wallet. And you send Solana from a centralized exchange or for a hot wallet like Phantom onto your BullX Solana wallet. I'm just saying Solana for demonstrational purposes. Obviously, you can do this with Tron or when other chains are going to be supported. You're going to have a Solana balance and you're going to be ready to start your trading journey. So first, I'm going to show you the sections, the different sections that we have. So there is a search section that here you can just type the CA and you're going to see the coin, or you can just type a name and you're going to see a bunch of coins. But obviously, if you have CAs, that's where you got to paste right here. Then we have the chain selections. Right now, it's only for Solana and Tron, as I was saying before. I don't personally trade on Tron meme coins, so I hit it basically. And if you click here, you can see it or unsee it. I only have Solana, as I said just now. Here you have the Explore page. You're going to see every single coin that is going to be launched on the market, whether on Pump Fund or with custom contract addresses. And they also added a trending section, which was not there. It kind of mimics what it's covered on Deck Screener, which is pretty useful in my opinion. And the new pairs, which was the same of the legacy BullX. Here there's Neo Vision. I'm going to go there in a second. Automation, forget about it for now. Then you have the portfolio to see all of your allocations. The wallet manager, you can see here all of the wallets that you have. You can add wallets. You can import and export wallets with private keys. So for instance, let's say that you have a wallet on Phantom wallet and you want to have it on BullX. You export the private key from Phantom and you import it right there. It's just a string of code and you're going to have your wallet there, or vice versa. If you want to export the private key of the BullX wallet that you backed up, you can also import it on your Phantom wallet, and you can do this. And if you want a top tip, instead of using the withdrawal function on BullX, I usually just export the wallet on Phantom and I move the Solana from there, because that way you can also save on fees a little bit. But again, you don't need to do this if you're not confident enough to do so. And with the wallet manager, by the way, you can create new wallets, etc, etc. Then we have the multi-chart. The multi-chart, I haven't had the chance of using it yet, but essentially you can have multiple charts right here. Now there's only two because I have only two positions opened on BullX, but I mean, it could be useful. I personally haven't had the chance of using it because anyway, I use multiple screens, so I don't really like to use this section. But for a lot of you guys, maybe it's going to be interesting. I don't know. And then we have a wallet tracker section. Here you're going to be able to track some of the wallets that you're going to save. I'm just going to show you that pretty much later in the video because it's not important for now. Okay, those are the main thing. Now let's go to Neo Vision. Neo Vision is probably the most important section section of BullX, so I'm going to give you probably a bigger rundown of here. There's 3 sections. It's exactly the same of Pump Vision, which was present in legacy BullX version, and you're going to see the new creations right here in this column, then the about to graduate and graduated. What does it mean? New creation is new projects that are being launched on Pump Fund. About to graduate is projects that are about to hit the bonding curve, and graduated is projects that have bonded, meaning that they went on 100% bonding curve completion on Pump Fund. Also, I'm saying Pump Fund, but it's obviously also other chains. So if I click here on the DEXs thing, it's gonna say Pump Fund, Moonshot, and Sunpump. Sunpump is the Pump Fund equivalent for Tron. I have it active, but I don't even have Tron active, so it just doesn't matter. And Moonshot, it's the DEX screener version of Pump Fund. I don't particularly like it because it doesn't have enough volume. The most projects are just either farms or just straight up scams and Fonzies. So you can have it if you want or just disregard it, like doesn't matter. It's up to your trading style. Personally, I'm gonna remove it because I didn't even know that I had it on. Now, for the new creation or any other, you're gonna have some filters. Let me remove myself from the screen so you can see it clearly. You're gonna have a lot of filters that are gonna turn up to be very, very useful. Okay, so first of all, top 10 holders, you can just click it if you want the top 10 to be a reasonable amount. You don't really have to do that. With at least one social, usually I like to put it so it excludes all the projects that don't have any socials associated with it. Then there's a keyword section. You can see here that I was searching Squid Game projects that would have Squid Game either in the name or the ticker, because today is Squid Game meta, so it's something very useful that you can use to investigate on the meta, and you can have up to 5 keywords. So let's say that I want to have let's say 5 keywords. I put squid, I put Squid Game, and I separate them with a comma to have multiple ones. Otherwise, you can just leave it blank. I would say that you either use the section when you're waiting for an early CA and you're trying to snipe a contract, or when you're just trying to investigate a meta and you want to exclude everything else. Bonding curve, I don't really recommend using this because, I mean, we have 3 sections for a reason. Dev holding, you can put the maximum percentage that you want the dev to hold. So let's say that you could put 10% if you're feeling like normal, even 5% really, but yeah, usually never more than 10% or even 7 really. Then holders, you can put a number of holders that you want. Maybe you can put at least 10 to 20 holders so that you can exclude like some scams that there's just the dev and a couple of insiders in it. Insider wallet supply, very interesting setting. I would have this pretty much every time to exclude Cabal projects. So you can put something like 10%, so that 10% is going to be the maximum percentage held by the insiders. Then sniper wallets, I also really like this. I would put something like 10% even here, even 5 in the majority of occasions. It really depends, but snipers are obviously the people that has sniped the contract. More to come on that later. Bot users, just forget about it. 5-minute price change, I don't really like this section. Liquidity, you can put something like a minimum of $5,000 or $10,000. Volume, I would say that if you put market cap and volume, at least make sure to put volume 1.5 times bigger than the market cap, so you can make sure that the volume to market cap ratio is at a healthy level. Transactions I would disregard, buys and sell I would disregard. And token age, I also like putting this. So for instance, on new creations, I usually put 5, 10, 20 minutes tops. And in about to graduate, I like to put 30, 60 or 120 minutes. It also really depends on the trading volume. If the trading volume is very high that day, I would put something like 30 minutes in token age. Otherwise, if it's a very slow day, I can put even 2 or 3 hours. It really depends on that. And here, graduated, I mean, if something has graduated already, you probably don't want to mess too much with the filter. Or maybe you would exclude something that is basically just written by snipers or insider holding if you want to avoid some sort of cabal projects. Now, let me put myself back into the screen. I hope this makes sense for a very brief overview. And this is probably going to be your playground if you're looking to invest into the new projects on Pump Fund. Obviously, don't take anything that I'm saying in this video as financial advice. This is just meant to be a tutorial for a platform. Obviously, investing into this project, 99% of them are going to be extremely risky that go to 0. Some of them are going to moon, but even projects that are going to go 100x, you could have the potential of making a terrible trade. I made 100x last week on Base Turbo, and some people made 5 to 6 figures on it in terms of profit. Some other people, they just watch launched my YouTube channel and bought the top at 20 million when I had actually bought with my private community at 200K. So even every project that does 100x, you can still do a terrible trade and buy the top and sell the bottom, and you're going to lose a lot of money. So it's up to you to always manage your own risk and do your own research, like we always say on YouTube. I know it's annoying, but it's actually very, very real. Now, NeoVision, this is pretty much the interface that you need to understand. Let's go also to some practicalities here. What is this button? This is the Insta Buy sniping function, so to speak. So you can see, you can put whatever amount that you want. I put $100 right here, and you can see here that if you click on this button, you're gonna have an instant buy of $100. So it's extremely risky. Don't do this unless you are extremely knowledgeable and proficient with whatever you're doing right here, because I don't do this myself. This is not my trading strategy. Maybe your trading strategy is just putting amount and buying all the shit coins 1 second after release and trying to snipe them. That is not my trading strategy. I respect if this is yours, but it's just not what I do. Some people that I know make a lot of money with this. This is not me. I am more of a swing trader than just a sniper like this. But again, you do you. I'm just making you aware of the functionalities that you can have on the platform. And also to read some of these numbers. So this is the top 10 holders. If it's anywhere below 15 to 20%, it's usually very good. The chef hat is going to be the dev. So you can see here is pretty much CTO because the dev holds nothing. 4 is the percentage of snipers. And here, number of holders, new users, and volume and market cap. That is pretty straightforward. Here you can manipulate your settings, but I'm going to show you on a trading screen because I think it's just better. And advanced settings for auto sales, I wouldn't bother for now unless you're extremely proficient at this. So I'm not even going to bother because this tutorial is more orientated towards beginners or users that know what they're doing. But those very, very advanced ones, I just cover on my meme coin course and in my private group because it's something that the majority of you guys should probably not even bother in the first place. Okay, so let's go here on a random meme coin. This is obviously a farm and a scam, so maybe let's take another one. But I mean, most of them are gonna just be farms and scams, so yeah, whatever. I just need to show you the interface anyway. So what I like here about the Neo version is that you can see the percentage of snipers. So in this project, there's 12% of snipers holding the project, which is very noticeable in my opinion, and the majority of these people are gonna wreck the chart. So if you click on it, you can also see all the snipers, so first 15 buyers, all the snipers, and you can see if they sold all. So if it's completely empty, they sold all. If it's like partly filled, they sold some part, and if you see hold, they're still holding. The ones that are still holding or holding part are going to be the crucial ones that can wreck the chart. So watch out for that. Anything that is above 10%, unless you know the insiders, it's usually not good. Top 10 holders is 10%, so it's quite healthy. And here the bot users, I usually never look at it. I don't really care. And another new features is also you can analyze what projects were launched by the dev. So if I click on here, I'm going to find out that the contract deployer, the dev, actually deployed another CA. So Grizz was also launched by the Squid Game dev. And based on what the project turned out to be, you can also evaluate the validity and legitimacy of the project. So let's click on Grizz, and we can see that it was a total rug pull. That was an awful project. It did absolutely nothing, went to 6K and then rugged. So based on this information, I know that I'm going to stay away from the new project. If the dev rugged one project, it's probably going to rug the next project as well. So that is very easy skimming that you can do right there. Here you can switch for the trades. Obviously here you have the ledger. Orders is the holders that you filled or not. Positions is all the positions that you open. So these are my other trades at the moment. I can hide them or click on them. And you can also see my trades here. Here is how much money I have in them. And also my P&L is there in the green or the red. Holders, number of holders, very interesting. You can see the top 10 holders, top bot users, etc. And here the top traders. So here Shafat, here Sniper, and here is other trading bots or BullX. You're gonna see icons corresponding to what they are, and the water is not a wallet where it's the liquidity pool. So all these things you need to be familiar with. Here, if you see a bar, you can see that obviously if it's filled, it means that they never sold. If it's partly filled, it means that they sold some amount, but they're still holding. And if it's completely empty, it means that they're no longer into the project. So very important things that you need to get a grasp on. And here, the last things that I want to show you in this interface, very important, is the presets. You can see that here I have 5 different presets. The default one is just very easy for me. I have 5% slippage and I don't even use MEV protection. I like living dangerously. And here I have a MEV setting that has a little higher priority fee because obviously MEV protection, the protection from sandwich bots, by the way, let me remove myself so you actually see it. It protects you from sandwich bots, but your buys and sells are going to be a little slower. So I like to have the priority fee a little higher and also the slippage a little higher. Now, the buy bribe is an extra bribe, like literally, that is going to make your transaction go through a little faster. But however, I don't have it unless I'm really dealing with like sniping a contract or I'm dealing with a very high fast-paced environment. Now, the priority fee is an extra priority that you add to the gas fee on Solana network that you can see right here on top of the screen. Here is my Solana balance right now, and here is the bribe fee of Solana right now. So if I'm looking to add a bribe fee, it should at least be a little higher than what the average of the network is. You can have different settings. Obviously, you're going to have different settings between buy and sell. And also, I have a sniper setting that is going to have higher priority fee. Right now, it's low, but anyway, usually I would have it higher, and a high slippage. I would even put 30 to 50%, but I use this only for early CAs or where I'm actually trying to snipe contracts. And I also don't have MEV protection. Now, this is going to vary from a lot of different traders. My style of trading is that if I'm sniping, I'm not going to use MEV protection because I want to get in and out as soon as possible, and the MEV protection is going to slow down my process. But again, this is just me. If your trading strategy is different, I respect that. This is just the way that it works for me. If I click on the button, I'm just going to change the preset, so it's just as simple as that. And with auto sell, you can put take profits and stop losses, but I like to have it dynamic and I like to change it every time, so I don't really bother with this kind of stuff. Now, I'm not going to show you the wallets that I'm tracking because obviously if that was publicly available information, then everybody would just track the wallets that I track and that I provide to my private community. I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to tell you that you can save on your charts some wallets, and you're going to be able to see and get notifications, potentially, all of the movements of the wallets that you're following on the charts, which is incredibly interesting. So first of all, I can see the PNL of this wallet. I can name it and I can even put an emoji, but I'm not going to show you. I'm trimming it just to not show you that, as I said before. Realized and unrealized PNL. You can see all the trades that they've done, and you can also see trading activity, how much they made in the last week. I can see that this wallet made 190k profit in the last week and 9k in the last hour. Man, I'm lucky enough. I need to catch up a little bit, but yeah, that's pretty much how it works. And if I then go to this project, for instance, I can see here every time that this person bought and sold the crypto. So I'm gonna have the icon here on the screen every time that he buys and sells. Very important, and that's something extremely interesting that you guys can use to track the movements of wallets. And here you can also have DB and DS. It means DB dev bought and DS dev sold, so you can easily identify CTOs before even analyzing any sort of data. Here you can also see your PNL. So here you can see how much you've invested either in dollars or in Solana, and here you can see the PNL change, so how much I'm in profit or I'm at a loss. So here, without bragging, I'm actually printing a lot of money with this call. And here, if you click on the PNL, you can have a PNL card to flex on the haters and to flex onto your Telegram or Discord group. Just some healthy competition that we're having even in my private group. Now here you have all of the trading view tools and minutes. I usually use 30 seconds, 1 minute, 5 minutes, 50 minutes, and 4 hours. Some people even use the 1 second time interval. It's personally not something that I do. I would probably go crazy if I were to use the 1 second interval, so I don't particularly like using that. But anyway, I'm not gonna judge you. You do you. And here I like to use the volume columns and the RSI. The RSI just basically tells me if a chart is overbought or oversold, and if something is, for instance, oversold, then it's probably time to buy, and if something is overbought, then it's probably time to sell. You want to do exactly the opposite of what the majority of people are doing. You can put the different effects right here, and this is what I like to use personally. So again, not something that I would recommend you do. If you don't like it, just do whatever works for you. As always, here you have indicators, and you can even have audits if there's any red flags for the project. You can see here 10% insider holding, that is pretty much borderline for me, and top 10 20%, which is a little high but still quite acceptable. So this looks pretty good actually. Here on the wallet side, you can also select different wallets. So right now I have a ton of wallets, and you can select which wallets you want to trade from. If you're going to select multiple wallets at the same time, the same buy that you're going to do, so let's say that I buy 5 Solana right now, the 5 Solana is going to be split among different wallets. So if you have 2 wallets and you put 5 Solana, then it's probably going to be 2.5 Solana each, with some degree of difference. Obviously, it's not going to be a 1-to-1, but maybe like 10 or 20% discrepancy. And here you can put limit order. So obviously, just like a centralized exchange, this is what you can use for take profits or stop losses. What I usually recommend is 20%, 20 to 30% stop loss and 2x take profits. Usually I would take my initial investment around a 2x and then leave a moon bag and run for free on the house, but that is a story for another video. As I was saying before, NEO BullX is only accessible through my link. Somebody needs to refer you, so I got you. You can get instant access with a link that I have down in the description, and you also get 10% off trading fees forever. Right now it's only for Solana, so if you're still looking to trade Ethereum, use bullx.io/Cepryl, and you can also get access to that. I have other video tutorials for the original version of BullX. This is still very new and very experimental, and it's only for Solana, but new chains are going to be supported perhaps by the time that you're watching this video. I thank you so much for watching. Obviously, if you're looking to get all my early calls, all my alpha, I've called several 100x plus in the last few weeks, and my community has been printing 5, 6, even 7 figures in some cases. So I don't know what you're doing. If you're not in there, you probably don't like money, because we're printing like crazy. All early CA, early alpha, all the calls before I bring it to the YouTube channel, and also access to private sales, which are a big thing right now because we're printing with new projects that are launching on the market, and we got in at the VC price. Portfolio reviews, and overall one of the best communities in crypto. I have it, I'm running it, and I would love to get you on board. I hope to see you there and help you out with your crypto investing journey. And until then, take care for now.